Microphone check 1 2. This is another episode of Undscvrd. I go by the name of DJ B Moss. Oh man, I got a special guest in the building, man. Once again, I have this artist. I met him a couple of weeks ago. It's probably been a couple months now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He performed at a few of my shows already. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give it up for y'all for Knott Ali. So listen, bro. Talk to me more so about your story. What brought you to Atlanta, why you're here, and if more so, what's your mission? What's your motivation on doing everything?
Well, I'm from Columbus, Georgia. I was born in Columbus, Mississippi. Mm-hmm. So, I moved out here because I wanted to pursue my passion. I wanted to pursue something I actually enjoyed doing, and I feel like it's really my purpose. So that's really why I wanted to move out here, just so I can build, because I know that with music, Atlanta is the spot for it. If you want to go up, move to Atlanta.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and more so too, like with you being here in Atlanta, like the networking game is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't mind, like, what's different about the networking here than in Columbus and Columbus?
Yeah, so the difference would have to be is just, where I'm from, people are just so closed-minded. They're not more willing to work with you because they just feel like, well, he ain't really doing nothing right now, so it's no reason to work with him. But little do they know, I could blow up tomorrow,
right.
And they're gonna be like reaching out to me, trying to say stuff like, oh damn, wasn't you just with me, or wasn't you just over there trying to perform? Wasn't you just doing this? So it's like people have so many different expectations of you, when you're trying to go up in the music business. But
right.
me, I love all sides, not just the artist side.
And more so too, like, 'cause I know you told me earlier this, like you don't perform at a few of our events. More so too, like, but you also met Scott Morris. Like, how did you meet him? Like, how did that come apart?
So I actually met him like through you. Mm-hmm. I had met him at that I think it was the Bel Air event where it was like 600 people, and
crazy.
Yeah, like it was a crazy ass event. I met so many celebrities and shit, like just getting to network with so many different people. It was like honestly a blessing because I wasn't even gonna come across it and I wasn't even gonna go, but I just so happened to just moved out here, so I was just like, you know what, let me go, let me show my face, and I built like a lot of powerful connections ever since.
And most of those events be like free too, what I'm saying? Like all you just gotta do is just pull up.
It's
networking events, and what people don't realize is that like when you in Atlanta, even these big cities, Atlanta, New York, Miami, Dallas, LA, Vegas, like when you see these big cities, they do networking parties.
Yeah.
So because like all the influencers and all the people, they want to come out and it's free. So all you got to do is really just pull up.
Just show up. And it's like if you can't even just show up to an event like that, it's like, are you really willing to like just, see yourself grow?
Right.
So.
Right. So I have to ask too, because I know I asked this before. I ask this usually to every artist. When they come here and do the show or they come here and do this interview, I always ask about social media.
Yeah.
Social media is one of those things that like people take advantage of, but they don't know how to really properly use it. I feel like Soulja Boy was one of the people that started the whole wave.
Hell yeah, he did.
You know
I swear.
So do you think it's easier with social media now? Do you think it's easier for artists to get on or harder for artists to stay on and stay relevant?
It's harder to stay on because it's like people's attention span is just not what it used to be, So think about even with the whole algorithm of like TikTok, you'll see a video and you just scrolling, you just constantly scrolling. If you, right. Within that 0.5 of a second, whether it captures your attention or not is going to determine whether you keep watching it. So I feel like that's how it is even with the music and just, for all the influencers nowadays, you got to stay in people's face. And if you're not entertaining them enough, they're just gonna go on to the next person. So.
Right, absolutely. What about your family? Like, are they supportive of, because you say you left Columbus, and you say you only been here for a few months, right?
Yeah.
So like, how was your folks? Like, was your mom, your people like, yo, like, you shouldn't have did this horrible idea?
Yeah, so they real supportive. Actually, my pops, it took me a while to even show him like my music.
Really?
His critic, so it was just like, he always wants me to just continue to get better. So when I finally showed him my music and I showed him like what I was on, he was like, damn, like you really my favorite artist now. So it was just like,
that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope, man.
And my mom, she just wanted to see me just keep going. Like she don't want to see me ever stop. So.
Has anybody in your family did music?
My pops, he did a little bit back in the day, but I don't think he really
Rapping
wanted.
or like
Yeah, like
for
rapping
real?
and shit. Yeah, but
That's
he,
dope, man.
yeah, he used to like try to get me to freestyle in the car. And I ain't gonna cap, I was shy as hell, but I used to be writing, whenever he wasn't watching. So, I've always been working on music. It's just, having the confidence to actually say my shit.
So wait a minute. So your dad used to get you to freestyle in the car.
Try to get me to freestyle. He used to try, but I wouldn't
Ah,
go for it because it
man.
was just like I don't want him to critique me and be like, "Damn, that wasn't shit." So, but like he didn't know, but I used to write either way, like and
Wow.
still like practice this shit.
Now, you young. How old are you if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 23. I just turned 23,
So you just turned like when your birthday?
December 17th.
Oh yeah, you just turned 20, not
Yeah.
even a month ago. So like, with you being 23 years old in 2023, what is your goal at a 23? Your 23-year-old mind right now. What's your goal right now?
Honestly, my goal is just develop myself into who I want to be, and I'm not necessarily looking out too far in the future of 50-year-old me, but just
Yeah.
right now, I like to stay present. I like to stay into the moment, and really just continue to work on myself, not even just as an artist, but as a person in itself. I got a lot of different values that, I feel like people would understand. I got a lot of different values I feel like people wouldn't understand,
Yeah.
but I just want to continue to develop as a person.
So right now, let's get to the music side of things. You gave
Yeah.
me a record a couple weeks ago called Light Up.
Yeah.
What was the motivation behind that record? Like what you was in the studio, you was just listening to something and it just said, "Hey, yo, light up, boom."
Yeah.
Like how did it start? Like what? Give me the background story of it.
Yeah. So basically, like this phrase just popped up in my head, like light up, and I figure, connect that with the fact that when you think of light up, you thinking of something good. You thinking of something that's gonna make you feel good.
Right.
And it just so happens to like the thought of one of my favorite wrestlers just came in my head, Shawn Michaels, which is
Word.
actually another name for it. Yeah, so even with the line in there, I was like HBK showstop, like, okay, I was like, let me tie all these ideas together and make a song called Light Up. So when HBK got on that stage, people just knew like he's finna stop the show. Like everybody's attention is on him. And that's that type of energy I wanted to like bring with that record.
Oh, 100%. So, you say you're a big time, not gonna say big time, but you watch wrestling. You know
Yeah, I
what
used
I'm
to
saying?
watch it as like a kid.
Yeah, same here. I'm trying to get my kid into it, but he don't really. All he cares
Man.
about is fucking YouTube and shit like that. So,
Oh my God.
I get it. So right now, how? Because off camera. I remember we was talking about like how things can mess with you mentally. You know what I'm saying with music. So like, what is some things that you use for motivation when you're going through the struggles as an artist?
So honestly, I use every single life event that I go through as motivation, whether it's, whether I'm falling behind on something or I can't stay consistent enough. I use all of that as the motivation behind my music. And so in turn, I end up making like 3 or 4 songs in a night, but they're actually,
night?
in a night, like
Oh,
well
shit.
written at that. Like I don't like to,
Oh my
how do I
God.
say this, just like throw stuff together. I'm very particular about what I say. Like one of my primary traits that you'll notice, like as you listen to my music, like I like to use a lot of double and triple entendres,
Okay.
like to catch people attention, like to see if you really listening. And if you catch that, it's gonna be like, damn, let me keep listening and see what else he gonna say. So, I just used to also just like listen to all different types of genres. You know what I'm saying? Like I listen to rock, I listen to alternative, I listen to even metal. You know what I'm saying?
wow.
Like I just
Okay.
like to.
Oh, that's dope though. I never heard nobody say from
Yeah.
our culture say that they listen to that type of music.
Yeah, and it's because one of the biggest quotes I learned from Andre 3000 actually was that if you can't listen and grab aspects from different genres, it's only so much you're going to be able to grow. So that's why I just kind of just decided I just wanted to listen to all different types of sounds and see what sounds good to me so I can mesh it all into my own sound.
Now, so we talked about Andre before too. Like,
Yeah.
is he one of the artists that you would love to work with, or like who he your favorite artist? Like,
Yeah.
talk to me about that.
Yeah, like he's honestly like, if you're talking of all time, like that's my favorite artist. And it's crazy because you know, I didn't listen to him at a point in time. Like, I didn't grow up listening to him, but it's just like I had this internal feeling like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to him one day because I just know his music good. Because I listened to Miss Jackson, of course. I've heard records like that, but I just always knew like it was more to it than that. You know, you could just hear it in the sound. So I was like, you know what, when I get to a certain point in life, I'm gonna start listening to him, and I did. And like, I'm glad that I waited because it gave me a better respect for his music. And just Outkast as a whole, you know, it gave me a way greater respect for it.
No, Andre, man, they be, him and Big Boy, they just be in the streets out here in
Yeah.
Atlanta. Like, it's so crazy. I meant to ask you this before. Like, have you ever been, like, 'cause I know you say you haven't been here that long. So, like, have you ever been in a situation where you had a gas station and you seen a celebrity? Have you ran into any celebrity so far here?
Man, it's like I don't really be out like that unless I'm doing something for like my business.
Right.
Like, I look at music as a business,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm a businessman. So if, you know, I got an event going on or something like that, or somewhere I'm about to go, that's really the only times I'm out. And if I'm not doing that, you know, I'm writing or I'm registering my songs. You know, I'm just trying to make sure I'm staying on top of it. Cause yeah, so I'm all the way locked in when it comes to this music shit.
One time, I was driving. You know, I'm a DJ full time, and I was leaving the club. It was like about 3:30 in the morning, and it takes me about 30 minutes to get home.
Yeah,
we in Atlanta, of course. Everything 30 minutes away. So like one day, I'm driving through downtown Atlanta, and I'm at the red light, and there's nobody else on the road. And I look to my right, and Usher is in a black Tahoe.
What the hell?
Usher's in a black Tahoe, and I'm like, yo, that's Usher at 4 in the morning. Like, it's so crazy, man. And like, he went to the right, and I went to the left, and I was like, yo, that's fucking Usher. Like, and I was like, only in Atlanta, man. You can
I swear.
see some shit like that happen. That was the only time where I felt like I was like real starstruck before, because
because Usher was that man. Like, I'm telling you, was that man in the 2000s. So
yeah. It kind of really fucked me up a little bit. So you said your parents are supportive of you, everything like that. What about like your friends? Have you had a situation where like your friends is like, nah, man, like I went to high school with bro, he ain't popping like everybody say he is?
Man, to be honest, they ain't never been bold enough to say it in my face. So if they did have a problem with what I'm doing, they ain't said it. Right. But I don't really too much like to pay attention to stuff like that or to people like that, because I feel like if you're not, you know, watering me, helping me grow, you know, I can't really be around you like that.
100. What is something that you feel like that you need right now as an artist that you haven't gotten yet?
Damn, that's a good question. Something that I need
right now.
Honestly, I just really want to network. That's all I really want to do. Like, I really just want to build as many relationships as I can. You know, relationships is like my number one priority, because like I said, I could fall broke today, but if I got friends that care about me, you know, they gonna help me get back up. So.
And speaking of relationships, I know that's like, you know, we said it was very important before. You wouldn't even actually be going out there to LA with us in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. What's your plan? Like, because I know it's gonna be a surreal experience for you. You know what I'm saying? I told you it's different out there.
I ain't never been at that.
So like, what's the plan on when you going out there in the streets? Like, what's the plan on when you go to LA?
Honestly, the plan is really just to talk to as many people as I can. Like, naturally, like, I'm just laid back, but when it comes to this business side, I like to, you know, really just put myself out there, because the worst somebody can do is be like, oh, I don't want to talk, or I don't feel like talking. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to slide my information to you by any means. So it's like, if you don't really want to talk with me, it's cool, but I already slid like my business card in your pocket, so I ain't tripping. You know, so I really just like want to put myself out there. So
you think Instagram is the new business card? Yeah,
definitely.
Do you think people will like not fuck with you because of your IG or what it looks like? And if so, why? Not?
I feel like it's 50-50. Like, you know, you got people out there that judge you based off of your Instagram. You got some people that just like to see the genuine side of people. Like, I'm pretty sure there's artists or there's producers or even lighting managers, you know what I'm saying, that's out there that got 300 followers, but they working with like some of the biggest names in the industry. So I feel like, you know, it just all depends on what you bring to the table. So, and that's another aspect of building relationships as well. What can you do for them?
Absolutely. So, like, I know you told me your first time performing was in Birmingham.
Yeah.
With us. Tell me about that experience. Like, what did you like? What you didn't like? Like, what was it about it for you?
So initially, it was like, I'm not gonna cap to you. Like, I was just nervous as hell because I was just like, I ain't never performed before. I've never even shown but like a select few people my music. So it's like, how am I gonna get the courage to go up there? But I just decided to, just stand firm, just go up there and just be like, you know what, the worst they can do is just be like, damn, like we don't want to hear this or some shit. So I was just like, when I realized that, and I finally took that mic from one of the artists. I don't even know who it was, but he was lullabying me. I ain't gonna care. But I took the mic from him, and I got up there, and it's like I felt this surge of energy just kind of like go through me. So now it's like when I'm on stage, it's like, I don't know, it's like I become a whole nother person. Like I just get so much energy, and I just want to speak my shit.
So, if I'm not mistaken, you say you've been in Atlanta for 5 months.
Yeah.
And we did that show about 4 months ago. So that was like right after you moved to Atlanta. You did that show. Is that around the same time?
Yeah, it was around the same exact time.
Golly, man. So you moved to Atlanta. I already get a show in Birmingham.
Hell yeah.
And then like you did a few shows in Atlanta. Is there any other cities that you look forward to performing in this year?
I want to perform somewhere in LA. I want to perform in Florida, like Florida for sure. Like I love Florida.
Does it matter what part of Florida?
It don't even matter because I know they're gonna be live everywhere, so it don't matter. But Florida for sure, and New York for sure too, because it's like I don't know what it is, but like a lot of my biggest networks, has been from New York. You know what I'm saying? So I got like a real, genuine connection from folks out there.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. And Scott, of course, is in New York. You got the big Day Summit that's coming up in April of this year. I suggest you be out there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be I went last year and it was like surreal. He had like 21 shows in like 10 days.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
like,
he said he doing 40 this year.
Shit.
I could never do that many at one time. But
yeah,
he's the man. He got it all together. Definitely, I wouldn't be. I would tell you too. Like the big cities is cool, but like don't sleep on the small cities. You know what I'm saying? Like the Augusta, Georgia, the Omaha, Nebraska, the Chattanooga, Tennessee. Because sadly enough, like they don't have opportunities to come to those cities like that.
Yeah.
So when they don't have opportunities, when the opportunity comes, they're more supportive of the artists that's from out of town to come to their city. You know what I'm saying? So like that's one of the things I definitely look forward to is always the smaller markets because the smaller markets show a lot of love. And one thing about you that I noticed too as an artist is that you do show a lot of love with other artists as well.
Yeah.
Like, how important is that to you to want the same thing in return?
Yeah, it's just I kind of feel like you're supposed to like give the energy that you want to receive. So in order to, get that energy back, whether it's from that artist directly or somebody else, you know what I'm saying? You just got to be able to show love no matter what. So it's pretty important to me, no doubt.
Okay, so give me the top 5 artists right now in your arsenal. Top 5.
Shit, man. Like any time period?
Any time period.
Shit, Outkast for sure.
Okay.
Ye. I got Drake in there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like these are like my biggest influences. Trippie Redd, cause dude dope. And I have to say Jay, like Jay without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? He brought like this different type of swagger to his tracks that just made you want to be a boss. So
it was so crazy, man. And we spoke about Trippie Redd because like I don't really hear too many people say they. I mean, I know people fuck with him, but like as a top 5, I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
So like, what is it? Like I said, I'm a little older. So what is it about Trip that everyone likes so much?
I feel like he's just himself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people gonna either fuck with it or they're not. And that's like what I really like to bring to my performances. Like I really just want to bring that energy of it's either you gonna fuck with me or not. But either way, I'm still gonna enjoy myself. So, and I feel like, as long as you enjoying yourself, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
So I would put Trip in like that category with Triple X.
Yeah.
Lil Uzi.
Yeah. They all like blew up out of that SoundCloud era.
Playboy Cardi, would he kind of be in there?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really listen to Cardi like that.
I like some of these people. I'd be like, damn, how is he? Who is who are they audience? Because I don't never really know. And there's no disrespect to them or anything like that. I just never know like who's the, you know what I'm saying, the emo rap, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really understand that, but it's different. What's your style of music? Like, what's your style of rap or the type of music you do?
Honestly, I would have to say like I make intimate music, not in the sense of like sexual or anything, but just so it's like a lot of feelings into it. So it's like intimate rap and R&B, you know what I'm saying? Like something that's gonna draw the listener in to understand that, I understand where you coming from. I know what you probably been through. We probably been through the same similar situations, but I feel you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you ain't never alone. That's the main message I want to get across to people, you know what I'm saying? I got songs where it's like I can make you feel high and I can make you feel low, but it's important to understand both aspects because we all are going to be there at some point.
No doubt, absolutely. All right, so it's 2023 now, top of 2023.
Yeah.
What's your goal in music for this year?
Shit, get this project out, man. Yeah, man. I'm dropping a project this year, so be on the lookout for that. The song "Light Up" that he mentioned, like it's gonna be on there for sure. I got like a feature with this artist. She's an R&B artist. Her name's Knott Ali.
Okay.
Yeah, she gonna be on there, and that's gonna be a hit for sure. I'm speaking that shit now because it's like I already know it. She know it, and if you watching this, yeah, you know. So, yeah, it's gonna be a hit. And I just want people to just really look out for that because, like I said, it's gonna give them a better, perspective of who I am as well. So,
all right. So you say you have a name for the project yet?
hell no. Man, it's like it's
Oh
done.
my God.
It's done. I still gotta like just
You
go
said
add
the
some.
project done?
Like it's done. I
Oh.
just gotta go add some stuff in there. Mix and master it a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Shout out to my engineer, Key. You know what I'm saying? He came from Mississippi as well, Jackson at that.
Oh shit. Okay.
So he big time. We work together pretty closely, and
You live here in Atlanta?
yeah, he in the 8-9.
Okay.
Yeah, he worked with some pretty big names for the most part.
How did you find? Because you came here you didn't really have no friends, no family, or anything
Hell
like
nah.
that. So like, how did you find like the connections you needed to get to where you are now?
To be honest, it's like social media, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to use this stuff purposely, you have to use it with a purpose and not just bullshit around with it. Like if you're going to be on Instagram, like use it for a purpose. And honestly, I was looking for opportunities to get myself out there so I can, make these connections.
Yeah.
And like I said, I came across you on there. I came across my engineer Key on there. Like a lot of my most important connections, I came across it through, using social media properly.
Wow.
So
That's dope, man. Let me drop one of Clue's bombs. So you got a project dropping hopefully May, June.
yeah, somewhere in that time frame.
Well, I look forward to having you on tour with us because we start going back on tour in July. So like hopefully you can get some of those records
Hell yeah.
out there in other cities and states other than where we are locally. You say you only performed in Columbus? No, not Columbus.
Nah,
Only Birmingham and Atlanta, right?
Yeah, basically. Like,
Dang. But last question. Would you go back home to perform, or would you do something? If you blow up right now, like would you go back home and do something for the city?
shit, I'd do something for the city, but I wouldn't necessarily perform out there because it's like in my city, you got to move real careful because you just never know who got some ill intent against you. So, and I love my city to death, like 706 to death, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to die about that, but it's just I can't really necessarily put myself in a predicament where, something can happen to me. So, but I definitely show love.
Well, let's say, and this is my last question because I definitely got to hear this again.
Yeah.
Like you get booked tomorrow for 3 bands. You ain't got no manager or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do?
Shit, I need the top of the line manager, like without a doubt, because honestly, if you see that I have business happening, that's all the incentive to be able to just, come manage me. And because I can't have nobody fuck me over on my money.
Right.
I can't have that, so it's, with me, I'm very particular about who I work with. So, I'm definitely going to take them through my own screening process because, I am the business. So,
Right.
It's all about if you want to make some money or not. So, honestly, I'm not about to try to manage all that on my own because that's a lot of money I could miss out on if I don't move properly.
Mm-hmm. Sound like a plan, man. So artists came up to you today, man. Like they don't know shit. They haven't performed. They don't know nothing. They pretty much kind of where you were 5 months ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what motivation would you give them to keep going? And as of right now, what motivation would you give them?
I tell them to focus on your sound, focus on making what you like to make, because at the end of the day, it's always gonna be somebody that's gonna want to listen to it, and all you need is honestly like a bunch of somebodies to listen to your shit, so you become a somebody. So
Okay.
just focus on developing your sound and stop watching everybody else. Like, don't watch what this person do, don't watch what that person do. Just focus on your lane, and you're gonna be all right.
100%, man. Appreciate you, Knott Ali.
Hey man, you can follow me on all platforms at Knott Ali, KNOTT 1 ALI.
Knott Ali, thank you so much, man. This is another episode of Undscvrd. Let's get it.